Hi, I'm Chris Williams of Williams Performance. I want to tell you a little bit about our company and where we come from. I grew up racing. I ended up being very good at it. We raced at very competitive levels all around the United States. Racing is what made me realize how much I liked working on engines and how good I was at it. I started doing my own stuff, and not long after, other people wanted me to do theirs too. That's when I realized this would be a good business opportunity. I took and purchased a small lathe and vertical mill and started building racing heads and racing engines for ATVs and motorcycles. After a year with just the lathe and the mill, we purchased a SURDI machine which cuts valve seats. That started letting us expand our horizons on what the business could do as far as installing valve seats and valve guides. After that, we started getting to where we could not keep up with demand of the cylinder head. We noticed the cylinder heads was the prime function of our business. After about 2 years in business, keeping up with the demand, we always had a goal of having the fastest turnaround time in the business. So I knew something had to be done. It's really tough to train employees how to do head porting and run machinery if they don't have the knack for it. So I figured it'd be a good time to invest in machinery versus employees. At that time, we were about 3 years in business. I purchased a new and Contour BB CNC valve seat machine. It allows us to take something that used to take us 6 hours to do and do it within 15 minutes. That was great on paper, but what I did not realize when we bought that was that we'd have so much work, the machine could keep up, but we could not get parts fast enough. The parts get shipped out of North Carolina, custom made for what we need, and they were on 2-week turnaround times. So at that time, we knew we had to make another move to make the product ourselves. This is where becoming a shop that could produce the parts would be beneficial to us. We purchased a manual / CNC lathe about a year ago, and has been one of the best decisions we have made. We can now ship heads out the same day that they're received if need be. We produce valve guides and valve seats to top AMA, Supercross, and motocross teams around the world. Once the CNC lathe was installed and hooked up, we started machining parts. We knew we'd be selling them to our customers. We never realized how many other engine builders we'd start supplying valve seats and valve guides to all across the country. That really opened our mindset on the business, as that producing parts might be a better way to create revenue than just engine builds alone. So at that point, I realized that we would really like to start expanding our horizon on what the business motto is and start producing our own line of custom products, and also provide job shop machining for other builders that do not have access to this type of equipment. So I talked to some of our current customer base about some products that I thought that we could produce for them if we do venture into getting a CNC mill. One of my big cylinder head customers that I do heads for is a custom shock builder out of North Carolina that wants us to produce their own line of suspension for ATVs and dirt bikes. Another one of my customers is an exhaust manufacturer out of California that wants us to build brackets for their exhaust systems. I've already discussed future projects with current customers and know that a CNC mill will be a well-rounded machine in our shop. So that's why I decided to enter the Hurco Chip Maker Challenge. I know with Hurco that they stand behind their product. It's very versatile with WinMax control, being able to produce a one-off part 1 minute and then do a production run of 100+ parts the next. It's very versatile and will grow with the company.